So today we study the detailed structure of fatty acid synthase multi-enzyme complex. So whatever the reaction yesterday, typical seven reactions, each round contains seven elongation reactions, and these reactions is responsible for elongation of fatty acid chain by two carbon structure. So all reaction uses seven different enzymes, and these enzymes are present in this multi-enzyme complex system. So first of all, we are going to study what are the different advantage of multi-enzyme complex over a single enzyme. The first advantage of multi-enzyme complex is they are more stable than free enzyme. Multi-enzyme complex are more stable enzyme as compared to the free enzyme. Because as the name suggests, multi means many enzymes are present near to each other. So product of one enzymatic reaction is easily handed over to the active site of the next enzyme. So sequentially the substrates are handed over from one active site to another active site. So the enzymes which are present in multi-enzyme complex, they are more stable as compared to the free enzyme. The second advantage, intermediates are easily handed over from one active site to other active site. Whatever the intermediate products, they are easily handed over from active site of one enzyme to the active site of neighboring enzyme. This is the advantage. Another advantage of multi-enzyme complex is side reactions are minimized. There is no diffusion of substrate or no diffusion of any byproduct. So this fatty acid synthase is the best example of multi-enzyme complex, as it is enzyme made up from proteins, because all enzymes are proteins and is made up from polypeptide chain. Fatty acid synthase is a dimer of two polypeptide chain. Dimer means it is made up from two polypeptide chain. So it is a dimer having molecular weight 260 kilodalton. Each chain is folded into three domains. So the enzyme like this. This is one single monomeric unit. As it is dimer, the another portion present like this. So this is a dimer fatty acid synthase multi-enzyme complex. So in yesterday's lecture, we aware with all intermediates of fatty acid chain, they are linked to one protein called acyl carrier protein. So here is presence of ACP, acyl carrier protein. Acyl carrier protein is nothing but it is a protein having phosphopentadiene group in the structure, having sulfhydryl group, and to this sulfhydryl group all intermediates are there. So this is the flexible region which is made to hand over one intermediate from one active site to other active site. The enzymes like acetyl transferase, malonyl transferase, condensing enzyme, then enzymes for the second reaction dehydratase, enol reductase, ketoreductase, thioesterase activity. This is domain 1 of one chain, domain 2, domain 3. Like this, condensing enzyme is also containing the cysteine residue as enzymes are made from amino acid. The cysteine is sulfur containing amino acid, so this sulfonyl group is also present in the structure. This is domain 3, domain 2. Again, there is presence of ACP sulfonyl group, then ketoreductase, enoyl reductase, dehydratase, condensing enzyme, acetyl transferase, manganese transferase, cysteine group having sulfonyl group. So this 1, 2, 3, it is one part of the enzyme having all these sub enzyme. This another 1, 2, 3, these three domains again the same part of the enzyme. As enzyme is made from dimer, the two polypeptide chains which are present in front of each other, the intermediates of fatty acid elongation, they are continuously moved from this ACP sulfonyl group to the condensing enzyme site, and from this ACP to this condensing enzyme site. So this dotted portion indicate via this region the intermediates during elongation of fatty acid chain, they are easily handed over from one domain to the another domain, or there is reaction between domain first of one polypeptide chain with 2 and 3 of opposite chain, and domain 1 of this chain react with 2 and 3 of opposite chain. For example, during elongation cycle, if two carbon structure is present here, it is elongated as a 4 carbon structure when reacting with domain second and third of opposite chain. So there is formation of 4 carbon structure here. When this 4 carbon structure again react with domain second and third of the opposite chain, the 6 carbon structure formed here. Then next round of elongation, 6 carbon structure hand over to this side, and it is again elongated as an 8 carbon structure on this side. So there is continuous back and forth reaction between condensing enzyme and acyl carrier protein of opposite chain, and this condensing enzyme and acyl carrier protein of opposite chain. So how the intermediates are handed over from one active site to another active site. Whatever the 7 reactions of elongation we come across in yesterday's lecture, these 7 reactions are made for using enoyl reductase, dehydratase, ketoreductase. There are reduction type of reaction which make the use of NADPH plus H plus, addition of reducing power to form H, or addition of H, or reduction type of reaction to synthesize different molecules of CH2. So how this fatty acid complex or multi-enzyme complex is designed in such a way that domain 1 of one chain react with second and third of opposite, and domain 1 of this opposite chain react second and third of opposite chain. So this is the detailed structure of multi-enzyme complex fatty acid synthase. As in yesterday's lecture we know about the long form of this each part of the enzyme: acetyl transferase, malonyl transferase, C is nothing but condensing enzyme, dehydratase, enoyl reductase, ketoreductase, this is acyl carrier protein. This enzyme having thioesterase activity. When final all rounds are completed, then there is one unit called as palmitic releasing unit. Whatever the 16 carbon chain is formed on either of the domain, depending upon the type of elongation, and the 16 carbon palmitic unit either released from this side or this side, depending upon to which term the 14 carbon elongation is completed. If, for example, it is completed to this, then next round of elongation completed by using domain second and third of opposite chain, and from this palmitic release unit, 16 carbon palmitic acid is detached from the system of multi-enzyme complex. So this is about the multi-enzyme complex fatty acid synthase. Whatever the detailed reaction and all the elongation cycle and net equation will come across in yesterday's lecture. Now one by one we are going to study how this fatty acid synthase multi-enzyme complex is responsible for elongation by using active site of condensing enzyme and acyl carrier protein. I again revise the yesterday's point how the chain is elongated by sequential addition of 3 carbon malonyl structure Again, we repeat the yesterday's point. C2 combined with C3 to form C4. One carbon is lost in the form of CO2. C2 is nothing but acetyl ACP combined with malonyl ACP to form this type of butyryl ACP. So for formation of butyryl ACP, it is necessary to undergo 7 different type of reaction, and these 7 reactions they are by using the fatty acid synthase multi-enzyme complex. So whatever the 7 different enzymes which are present in the multi-enzyme complex system, these 7 different enzymes are utilized for formation of the C4 compound. So from where this acetic ACP come and from where this malonyl ACP come, I again repeat, for formation of palmitic acid, 16 carbon fatty acid, for this synthesis, the palmitic acid structure is CH3CH2 14 times COOH. So for addition of H, there is requirement of help of NADPH plus H molecule, which are made available from the HMP pathway. So for this synthesis, whatever the total acetyl CoA molecule which are required, they are 8 because carbon number present in the palmitic acid structure, they are 16. Acetyl CoA molecule required for synthesis of palmitic acid are 8 because acetyl CoA having 2 carbon structure, CH3 C double bond O S CoA. Now, how these 8 acetyl CoA molecules are utilized for synthesis of 16 carbon palmitic acid? Whatever the 8 acetyl CoA, out of which one is separated, 7 are separated. These 7 acetyl CoA then converted to 7 molecules of malonyl CoA by the acetyl CoA carboxylase enzyme. This we are in yesterday's lecture. These 7 malonyl CoA then converted to 7 malonyl ACP. Only there is change in the group. Coenzyme A is secreted by ACP. So all intermediates are linked to the ACP. So it is called malonyl ACP. Whatever the acetyl CoA is now available, it is converted into acetyl ACP. And in each round of elongation, the elongated chain react with sequentially supplied malonyl ACP structure, which is 3 carbon structure. So in each round of elongation, there is continuous addition of malonyl ACP to elongate the chain. So up to this, by using 7 different reactions, C4 compound is formed. Now this C4 combined with new molecules of malonyl ACP to form C6, and a series of elongation going on by each round. In each round, they are using 7 different reactions of fatty acid synthase multi-enzyme complex, and there is formation of 16 carbon palmitic acid structure takes place. But before going to the actual reaction, one very important point missing, as we know about the difference between beta oxidation of fatty acid and synthesis. Beta oxidation takes place in mitochondria and synthesis takes place in cell cytoplasm. So if there is one fatty acid XYZ, or you may consider palmitic acid, to which we are in the beta oxidation pathway, this fatty acid is hydrolyzed by oxidation or by catabolism. Whatever the hydrolytic reaction is responsible for release of acetyl CoA. But this acetyl CoA is not easily transferred in the cell cytoplasm for synthesis. So how this acetyl CoA is made available? Whatever the acetyl CoA is available in the mitochondria, cell wall in the cytoplasm for fatty acid synthesis. How acetyl CoA enter in the cytoplasm? So for this phenomenon is called as acetyl CoA transfer mechanism. It is called acetyl CoA transfer mechanism. During this, As you know, all of you know, 8 molecules of acetyl-CoA are required for synthesis of 16 carbon palmitic acid. So if 8 molecules of acetyl-CoA they are available in the mitochondria, but they are not able to transfer in the cell cytoplasm, then for this, why it is not available during transfer in the cell cytoplasm? Because the mitochondrial membrane is not allowing entry of acetyl-CoA in the cell cytoplasm. So this is bypassed by citrate. The acetyl-CoA combined with incoming molecule oxaloacetic acid, acetyl-CoA combined with oxaloacetic acid to form the structure citrate. Now this citrate enter in the cell cytoplasm and it is again back converted to oxaloacetic acid with release of acetyl-CoA, and this acetyl-CoA now make available for fatty acid synthesis. This acetyl-CoA now make available for fatty acid synthesis. Whatever the oxaloacetic acid is available, it is purposefully converted to malic because oxaloacetic acid is also not easily transferred from cytoplasm to mitochondria and mitochondria to cytoplasm, as you are aware in gluconeogenesis. So it is purposefully converted to malic. Then from malic it is converted to pyruvate, and this pyruvate then converted to oxaloacetic acid in mitochondria and make available the citrate by combining with acetyl-CoA, and this citrate again hydrolyzed to reduce the acetyl-CoA, which are now required for fatty acid synthesis. So this mechanism which make available the acetyl-CoA molecule, as we know, for synthesis of 16 carbon palmitic acid structure, there is requirement of 8 molecules of acetyl-CoA. So these 8 molecules, if they are available in mitochondria via beta oxidation or via any other metabolic pathway, these acetyl-CoA not easily transferred in the cytoplasm, but they are transferred via citrate. So to form citrate, the acetyl-CoA combined with oxaloacetic acid to form citric acid. Citrate enter in the cytoplasm, again hydrolyzed to form acetyl-CoA and oxaloacetic acid, which further converted to malic, pyruvate to again come back to oxaloacetic acid. And whatever the released acetyl-CoA, they are made available for synthesis of fatty acid. So this mechanism explains the acetyl-CoA transfer. Now one by one condensation reaction and how the back and forth reaction between condensing enzyme, active site and acyl carrier protein takes place for elongation of fatty acid. We are going to study the fatty acid synthase complex, how it works properly by using the active site of condensing enzyme and by using the acyl carrier protein. So directly go with elongation reaction. C is nothing but condensing enzyme. ACP is nothing but acyl carrier protein. Condensing enzyme having one acetyl group attached. Structure C, C double bond O, CH2. So it is acetyl group 2 carbon structure. ACP contains 3 carbon malonyl CoA structure. This is entry of malonyl on the structure of ACP. This is 3 carbon structure. So we are going to study how the elongation takes place. Condensing enzyme of domain 1 react with domain 2 and 3 of opposite chain in multi-enzyme complex structure. So this is 2 carbon structure, this is 3 carbon structure. How they going to combine? By the reaction called as condensation with release of 1 carbon in the form of CO2. So the original site of condensing enzyme is restored back. This unit is transferred to the ACP. So malonyl ACP react with acetyl group, 3 carbon structure react with 2 carbon structure to form 4 carbon structure, acetyl ACP. On the structure of ACP, they bind with the sulfhydryl group because ACP contains the phosphopentadiene group. So whatever the condensing enzyme having cysteine subunit residue, the sulfhydryl group is restored back because it transferred the acetyl group to the neighboring ACP. So there is formation of acetoacetyl ACP on the structure of ACP and need to form 4 carbon structure acetoacetyl ACP. So in yesterday's lecture we already the different reactions, the reaction number I think 3 or 4, which make available this acetoacetyl ACP 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon structure of the ACP. Now the series of reactions of 1, 2, 3, which uses the reduction type of reaction, means addition of H takes place, and lastly there is formation of butyryl ACP structure on this ACP site. So there is formation of butyryl ACP as S C double bond O CH3 CH2 CH2 CH3 1 2 3 4. This structure is called butyryl ACP. So this 4 carbon structure is now ready for next round of elongation as a butyryl ACP. So up to this one condensing enzyme having 2 carbon structure acetyl group. So this acetyl group come from its earlier ACP, because what happens in condensing enzyme, acetyl ACP combined with malonyl ACP to form acetoacetyl ACP. One ACP is restored as it is, but the additional ACP is removed. So only the acetyl group 2 carbon structure is temporarily present on active site of condensing enzyme by binding with the sulfur residue which is present in the cysteine amino acid of the condensing enzyme, because enzymes are made from protein. One of the terminal amino acid is cysteine having sulfur group. To this flexible region, this 2 carbon structure is temporarily bound. This acyl carrier protein, it is ready for elongation round. It contains the 3 carbon structure C double bond O CH2CO malonyl ACP, and the condensation reaction completed. The intermediate from condensing enzyme easily shifted on ACP group. So this site is restored as it is, and acetoacetyl ACP is formed by series of reactions of reduction. Means in this reaction there is addition of NADPH plus H plus. So 2 times NADPH are added in 1 round of elongation. So 7 round utilizes 14 NADPH plus H plus. So like this, the 1 round is complete up to formation of butyryl ACP. Now this butyryl ACP is ready for translocation. So how it is ready for translocation means, whatever the 4 carbon structure is now formed, it is ready to translocate on the domain 2 and 3 of opposite chain for converting into 6 carbon structure. So I repeat the point. This is C2 combined with C3 to form C4, 1 carbon is lost. Now C4 butyryl ACP is available in our hand. This butyryl ACP structure is now ready to translocate, means for transfer to the opposite chain. So if this is domain 1, 2, 3 of fatty acid synthase multi-enzyme complex, if the C4 is available here, then the domain 1, 2, 3 of opposite chain is ready to allow entry of this C4 on this unit, and a series of reaction takes place to form C6 on opposite chain domain. Now this C6 in next round of elongation is ready to transfer here to elongate the chain to form C8. This C8 again transfer here to reduce into form of C10. C10 again transfer here to form C12. So there is continuous translocation between opposite chain domain. Domain 1 of one polypeptide chain of dimer of fatty acid synthase enzyme complex react with second and third of opposite chain. This one react with second and third of opposite chain. So whatever the butyryl ACP C4 is now ready for elongation is translocated on opposite chain domain to form C6. C6 again transferred to the opposite chain to form C8. C8 again transported below to form C10. So continuous series of reaction takes place from 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 to 14, and lastly 16 carbon palmitic acid is synthesized by this sequential reaction. Now we see how this transfer takes place, translocation. So up till this